Hello, welcome to Design Time. I'm Jackie Lacey. Today I wanted to spend a little time talking about that time of the year that's just around the corner, or actually we're already in it. It's fall. Can you believe it? Half of the year, or 3/4 of the year actually, is already gone. It's officially fall by more than a week or two. October is just next week, so we have to prepare for what's just to come and all the beautiful colors of fall. It's just so nice to see this time of the year when you're in an area where the leaves start to change. You see all the beautiful golds, reds, greens, and oranges as they spread out over the hills. And we're also seeing that in our plants and products that we're going to bring into our shops. You want to make sure that you embrace that color, because color, especially when it comes to the fall trees, can take people back to a special memory, time gone by, maybe with their parents, grandparents, a special holiday. It's that time of the year that starts to warm our hearts and get ready for the holidays that are just around the corner: Thanksgiving, Christmas, and several others, Halloween as well. Part of that is we need to start incorporating some of the beautiful rich colors of fall into our designs that we're doing for either everyday, maybe special events. One of the products that I love to use at this time of the year is the Croton plant. Croton leaves can provide you with a variety of colors depending on where you pull the leaf from. As you can see, you can get that beautiful orange, a rich gold, bright yellow, green, and either emerald or chartreuse, or a combination of all of those colors in one piece of foliage. Adding in just a few pieces of that is a great way to incorporate a very long-lasting foliage plant with product that's going to last really well. As we know, chrysanthemums hold up tremendously when it comes to design work. So we want to make sure that we're incorporating a little touch of the fall and bringing in some of those long-lasting flowers at this time of the year. Also too, it's a great time to start looking for those hardy mum plants that people might ask for. We used to carry them a lot, but we've gotten away from that a little bit because competition is high. But having some that might be available to supplement an order or to use for a special event can provide you with a very well clipped, hardy mum plant, either in a terracotta pot or some other plastic, or you might have a hat that you drop it down into, that's generally clipped very close and the color is spread out. It's almost manicured, sort of an ice cream cone shape. Some of those other things that you want to have in the store, especially for your social posting, are some beautiful pumpkins, because everyone associates pumpkins with fall and this time of the year. Having some of those that you can drop in a setting like this when you're talking about what might be available in your particular area or what you're working on, sort of what the trends are, is a great way to introduce fall and let everyone know it's that time of the year. Looking for those rich colors that are available either in permanent plants or in fresh as well is a great way to incorporate colors together, like we've done in this centerpiece here, that work well and have a touch of fall. Adding in that little bit of purple is a great way to pump up the volume of the color and to make sure that it doesn't die down of being all those fall tones. The jewel tones of this time of the year is one of the things that people really look for. A little bit goes a long way, so you don't need a whole lot of purple, and you might consider using some of the ornamental cabbage like we've tucked in here that bring in the purple and green. Make sure that you think about or talk to your client about where that centerpiece might be used, because if it's a table for two and you've got 3 or 5 pieces of cabbage tucked down in a vase of water, might not be the aroma that you're looking for. So you want to make sure that you know where that might be used. When it's mixed in foam, it doesn't put off that fragrance quite as strong as it does when it's in water. So ornamental cabbage, we've got a little bit of status that's stuck down here to bring in the purple. Not a whole lot of purple flowers available, but look how well they work with the pumpkins, the golds, the burgundies at this time of the year. And as always, yellow, red, orange are going to be your base to start with. Don't forget, at this time of the year, marigolds are one of the birthday flowers for the fall months. You might want to think about carrying some of those in your store that you could drop down in a ceramic pot, and you're giving them 2 options. Keep that in the pot, keep it inside, have some color for several weeks or months depending on how they care for it, Or you can also give them the instructions on how to transplant that outside so they have something that can produce great seeds, as well as it's one of those plants that's quite often used around a garden to keep other insects and creatures away. When it comes to the mums at this time of the year, remember that you're going to have the larger mums, either a football mum or a disc bud, that take up a lot of space. That becomes one of your main flowers or one of your mass flowers that you're going to use. They come in those beautiful bronzes, burgundies, golds, yellows, greens that can really change the design and fill it out. You also are going to see lots of daisies in the fall colors at this time of the year. That beautiful pumpkin, and goodness knows pumpkin is everywhere right now. Everywhere we look, your favorite coffee store, your favorite baked goods store, pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. It's just a craze that people look for this time of the year. Do that as well in your design so that you show that you are trend forward and you're keeping up with what's going on, and it also introduces the time of the year. So you've got daisies that are available in pumpkin, emerald, gold, burgundy, brick, any of those. Also, some of the smaller ones that have multiple blooms on can be used for smaller centerpieces, maybe even your personal flowers. When it comes to bicolors, there are several different out there. Just make sure that the colors you're going to put it with are going to work really well and all reflect off each other, sort of support each other. Should you have a situation where your chrysanthemum isn't quite as long as you would like it to be, remember that you can always take the stem of the chrysanthemum, and because it's mostly a tissue that's down in there, it will help give this a little bit of moisture, but I don't think I would send it out for something that you wanted to last for a week or two. And you might also want to let them know, educate the consumer, that the particular tall ones may expire before the others just because they've been extended unnaturally. But it is a great way to extend the length. If you're going to put this down in a vase of water, it will drink through that and feed. So it's not as big a concern as if it's going down into foam. Just make sure if you're going to do this that it's for your parties and events, or for those pieces that may not have to last quite as long. Remember that this time of the year is all about color. Embracing the color that's being provided for us for nature, and remembering those emotions that we're backing up with our beautiful floral creations. Join us again next time for Design Time.
Thank you for tuning in to Floriology's YouTube channel. If you liked the video you just watched, please give it a thumbs up.
And for more information on Floriology, log on to www.floriologyinstitute.com. And if you want to subscribe, click the button.